Hi, this is Blake Angelos with Yamaha Corporation America, here with the all-new PSR S770. The PSR S770 is the mid-level arranger in the new Arranger workstation line, and it's a great new addition to this line. So what's an Arranger workstation? An Arranger workstation allows you to instantly access voices and styles and immediately make music and record music. The operating system on Arranger workstations are very wide, they're not very deep, so everything is instantly accessible for that purpose, for making music. So the first voice I'd like to play for you is the concert grand piano. Since Yamaha's been making acoustic pianos for well over 100 years, all of that experience is brought to bear on our electronic musical instrument as well. So listen to this amazing concert grand piano. So that was the concert grand piano sound. And you notice I added a style with that. This is one of the new styles that we added to the PSR S770, and it's called New Country. It's a great sounding style. If you listen to the style playback, I always like to point out things about how the guitars sound, because the strumming guitar is one of the hardest things that musicians that play keyboards have difficulty pulling off. So check this out. Another thing I like to show is the fact when I played the D chord and then I moved it up to the E chord, the D chord, the bass player doesn't have a low D for the most part, that's the low E. So you hear the bass actually high up, and then when I hit the E chord, it goes to the open string. That's what I love about arrangers, is that there's a lot of musicality in these styles that are great to bring to bear on your music. The next voice I like to play is the jazz artist voice. This is a jazz guitar sound that features our super articulation technology. How super articulation works is it changes based on how I play. So I don't play guitar, but there's things that guitar players do. They can single pick notes, they can play notes off the fretboard, and then there's things like key offs where you hear the guitar, actually you hear the sound of the fingers pull off of the fret. So listen to this. First, I'll play single pick notes. So I'm separating the notes and it sounds like each note is individually picked. Now if I play in a more legato fashion, you can hear pulls from the fret, so it's a little bit more expressive in that way. And lastly, you'll hear the key off, which is the fret off on the guitar, but it's a key off on the instrument here. Really, really expressive. Check this out. So the next voice I'd like to show gives me a really great opportunity to highlight the new display that we've added to the PSR S770. This is a 7-inch TFT LCD color display, and it looks great. In fact, with the drawbar organ sound, I have a nice photorealistic version of what drawbars on a tone wheel organ look like. I can select each of these drawbars with any of the buttons beneath the display. I can also use the data wheel to quickly bring out any of the drawbars I want. And I can interact with the rotary speaker effect, slow or fast rotor speed. It's really cool, and it's really great, easy to see this. You can also see it from different angles if you move around, because it's just a great looking display. So check this out. We've also added a new Freeplay style. This is called Ethereal Movie. So what a Freeplay style is a style that doesn't require you playing with a metronome. It's a nice pad sound that develops as you move through the different variations of the style. Here it is. As with all of the new arrangers, we've added a host of DJ styles to the S770 as well. DJ styles are styles that have chord progressions built into the variations, so I can take my hands off the keyboard and not worry so much about triggering chords, and I can interact with those styles or voices. This is a great time for me to highlight the new live control knobs as well. Live control knobs allow me to assign these knobs to control voice or style effects, things like cutoff frequency and resonance, or mutes, a whole host of things I can control and assign to these knobs. Other new features on the PSR S770 is a microphone input. You can use this 1/4-inch microphone input to take your voice and route it through some of the effects. You can also take a line input and run a guitar into the machine as well and use the speakers to play back. That's a pretty cool addition. Also new to the entire PSR S series is the ability to utilize the UDWL01 wireless LAN adapter. This allows you to stream audio and MIDI to and from iOS devices and utilize a host of apps available at the Apple App Store. It's very cool. Another great feature of the PSR S770 is the ability to play back and record WAV files directly to a USB flash drive. On the PSR S770, you can also play back MP3 files, which is very cool. The PSR S770 also has a built-in song sequencer that allows me to quickly record styles and voices directly to the sequencer. The great thing about that is I can work out chords, record them to the sequencer, edit them in the sequencer, and then when I'm ready, I can simply record what I've played into the sequencer directly to the WAV file. Then I can take that to the computer for later editing or converting to MP3s for whatever I need to do. It's a great thing about arranger workstations in general. So that's a brief tour of the PSR S770, and I've only scratched the surface of all the things that are available to you in this great instrument. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact your Sweetwater sales engineer.